Right. All right. Welcome to the City of Albany Industrial Development Agency Finance Committee meeting for today, Wednesday, August 12th. All members of the board are here with the exception of John Maxwell. Feel better. Our first order of business, as usual, is I call for a motion to dispense with the reading of the minutes and approve them. They're presented in our materials. So I have a motion.
So moved.
Second. Second. All those in favor?
All right.
All right. All right. Next, Board of the Chief Financial Officer.
Thank you, Chair. I request the members direct your attention to pages 4 and 5 of your packet for review of the schedules of cash position and fee detail for the period ending July 31st, 2026. In an attempt to make this a little more colloquial, I've kind of revamped the commentary to make it kind of a conversation. So please feel free to stop me with any questions as I go.
Only related to the financials or just other?
I mean, I'm taking anything.
Okay.
I guess I open myself up to it. So.
Don't open that up.
No comments. Through July, the IDA continues to maintain a very strong unrestricted cash position. We ended July with approximately $5 million in unrestricted cash compared with $5.31 million at the beginning of the year. Year-to-date revenue totaled approximately $632,000, while expenditures totaled approximately $942,000, resulting in a year-to-date use of cash of approximately $310,000. Despite that difference, liquidity remains very strong, with the agency maintaining appropriate reserves in restricted cash. On the revenue side, the timing of project fees continues to be the primary driver of month-to-month results. Through July, we have recognized approximately $440,000 of fee revenue, including $425,000 of agency fees. We have also earned approximately $92,000 of interest income, which continues to provide a meaningful recurring contribution to our cash balances. Just a quick commercial for our own internal process improvements. July itself was relatively quiet from a cash receipt standpoint, with approximately $18,000 in revenue and 114 expenditures. Higher July expenditure level primarily reflects the timing of management contract payments. Consulting expenses are approximately $6,500, bringing year-to-date consulting costs to approximately $29,000. Specifically, project activity on an accrual basis, July was actually a stronger month than the cash schedule alone would indicate. Fee schedule indicates $51,309 in project fees, $3,000 of application fees, and a $500 administrative fee. The difference between the accrual fee schedule and the cash report is primarily a matter of recognition versus collection timing. From this additional perspective, 2025 was an exceptionally strong fee revenue year. We generated approximately $2.4 million in project fees. And again, that's just for contrast for this year, somewhat of a down year, but really positioned as a return to normal operations. For 26, by comparison, fee schedule totals approximately $565,000 for the full year, including fees already recognized and those currently projected for the balance of the year. So while we are currently running below the extraordinary fee volume experienced in 25, as well as what was initially projected for budgeted revenue. However, that comparison needs to be viewed in the context of the transactional nature of the IDA revenues. A small number of large project closings can materially affect any individual year. Accordingly, the lower fee environment is not translated into a liquidity concern. Again, we have approximately $5 million in unrestricted cash. Interest income has remained consistently strong in between $11,000 to $15,000 every month. The agency remains well-positioned financially. We continue to monitor the timing of project pipeline and associated fee collections. On the expenditure side, year-to-date spending of approximately $942,000 is concentrated primarily in the management contract at about $593,000 and legal expenses of $281,000. Those two categories account for the substantial majority of year-to-date expenditures. And the legal expense was the concentrated one rather than representing a recurring monthly run rate. Overall, I would characterize the agency's financial position as strong and liquid, with 2026 revenues reflecting a more normalized project fee environment following an exceptionally active 2025. Principal item we will continue to monitor throughout the year end is the timing of anticipated project closings and the resulting fee revenue. That's it for comments, questions, concerns, or just any general observations.
I think that was a good report.
Yeah.
All right, next order of business. Thank you. Next order of business, unfinished business, we have none, so we'll move on to new business, comment L2, discussion for a positive recommendation for approving resolutions. We just had a public hearing on this. The applicant spoke, no one else came in to speak, as is usual, quite frankly here. It is for a apartment building and retail, ground floor. Cidery. Anything else?
Yeah, just a couple things. Thank you, Chair. Of note, the project applicant is requesting sales and mortgage recording tax exemption only, not a pilot through this agency. Therefore, this body elected to speed up the cadence of our typical process and analyze and potentially approve the project within a 2-month timeframe instead of 3 or more. One thing of note, the project applicant has reached out to the assessor and is in receipt of the typical letter that indicates the estimated improved assessed value of the project upon completion, which we use to show the value increase that projects provide the city. We will have that for the board meeting at the end of this month, and we'll be able to go over it for conversational purposes. So that being said, we do as part of this materials package, you've been provided the application, also a project summary of the redevelopment. And so if there's any other outstanding questions, as the chair noted, we do have the applicant team here with us today.
I don't have any for you and I. Both of you. I've heard you enough of this project. I don't think everyone else has probably heard. Any other questions or comments or anything?
Good, thank you.
I just want to note one thing for informational purposes here. This may be the last 485A project that's going to happen in the city because the council is proposing legislation to remove it going forward. So maybe you will probably be the last one to have the 485A status. Yeah.
First
And I checked.
Most important.
I checked. You're be grandfathered in. So with that, do I have a motion for a positive recommendation to send this to the full board for approval? Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. See you next time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll email you. To get born, we have to ship some things, so it's gonna be the end of the month. Okay, I'll email.
All right,
both.
thanks, everyone.
Take care. Thank you.
Next order of business is 135 Ontario Street. For those who don't know, they had a wall and a portion of the building collapsed. So they're back to us asking for some more authorization for sales tax.
Sure. So they did provide an official request letter. That is the very, very last page of your materials packet. Just as some background to expand on the chair's description, this project was approved through this agency a couple months ago for mortgage reporting, sales tax exemptions, and real property tax exemptions. Obviously, since then, as the chair alluded to, there was an unforeseen yet not completely, redevelopment altering issue on site. With the collapse of that non-structural wall, they did uncover work that they hadn't expected would need to be done that needs to be shored up. They estimate that additional work will be about $350,000. Excuse me, they estimate the materials going into that work would be about $300,000. They are requesting additional sales tax exemption on that $350,000. That comes out to about $28,000. In speaking with council, despite the fact that it's less than $100,000 threshold to hold a public hearing, Chris and Nadine did think it was best to formally resolve to do this and then take that small increase in sales tax exemption and build it into the closing documents, as this project has not yet closed. So that's kind of the convenient part about this, is we can normalize this at the closing table. And we thought a resolution was the best way to do it.
Right. Well, sure everyone knows here that my position is we need more apartments in Albany, so let's do it. Do we have a motion for positive recommendation on the approving resolution for 135 Ontario to allow them to buy more stuff for you sales tax?
So moved.
Second? Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right. Any next order of business, any agency update?
I think we wanted to go into an executive session for discussion of pending litigation
Okay,
and matters related to attorney-client privilege.
all right. That's a motion.
So moved.
Second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Why?
Yeah.
But why are you?
There's seats, everything, it's time stamps of sections for.
We're live and recording.
Okay,
Sorry.
thank you, no, way to shout that out. Appreciate it.
Live and recording. It's trying to live and record.
I know what you're saying, okay. Yeah, city school view starts September 1st.
We're live and recording.
All right, we're back, live recording, executive session. We discussed matters of potential litigation. For the benefit of, Mr. Massey here, one of the topics was total election Western Ave. Personally, I hope their strategy is not to take out their failures, on the city of Albany by letting the building rot there. But I think that, I probably speak for everybody here, that we certainly hope they take measures to finish the building or to sell the building. But I think if anybody wants to talk about in general, 12/11 and what's happening.
Yeah, sure. So, we, just noting for the record, some of the actions that have been taken so far. So there was a prior memorandum of understanding with the party, related to commencement of construction. They had defaulted on that. And so under that, we had issued them a default letter and we had, ended up terminating the pilot. And then as far as next steps in that process, this body had reviewed an opportunity to seek recapture of funds. So earlier in the year, the board had advised staff to send with council a recapture notice. That notice letter was sent. They have not responded to that notice. And I believe this body will be discussing next steps in terms of litigation at the next board meeting.
So for anyone interested, keep your eye out for the agenda, the next board meeting.
And on that note, just a reminder, due to vacations and summer scheduling, the board meeting, which would typically be next week, had to be rescheduled for Monday, August 31st. I'm sure Maria will be reminding everyone multiple times if she.
See you. I will. You don't respond, you're in trouble.
I know, sorry.
It's okay. You forget.
All right, so
If we have to shift it, we just have to do it this month, right? So, let us know as soon as we can.
all right, I think I know the record also with no decision for me from the executive session. That we came out of it at what time?
12:59.
Yeah, terrific. All right, any compliance update? Or any other agency update we need to talk about?
I would like to give a compliance update, very briefly. We went through this last year with, we've matured our project portfolio to the point where a lot of the projects that had been approved a decade plus ago are in year 12, which is the year that there was a bifurcation in terms of so we're working through the notification process for those and receiving the documentation, which will then be working with the applicants and feeding it through to your office areas as treasurer. So stay tuned there.
Anything else? Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much.